Previously on Dragon Ball Z.
By the time this video is going to be coming out, but if WWE wants John Cena's heel turn to be legendary, they can't mess this up. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering why I was such an idiot. Hello everyone, my name is Lynn. I make a video every single week, and folks, I know it's only been just 3 months since it happened, but guys, let's just break it down. Let's just admit this John Cena heel turn experiment failed for the stupidest of reasons. Now, before everyone jumps on me and says, oh, you're such a hater. Nah, you can't tell me that. When I've had this for over 17 years, I am a Cena fan at heart. So trust me, I know what I'm talking about. So for all the context needed, let's go back to the beginning. On March 1st, 2025, John Cena had won the Elimination Chamber match, granting him an opportunity to face Cody Rhodes at Wrestlemania for the World Champion. But after that happened, The Rock came out with Travis Scott for some reason to ask Cody Rhodes if he would accept giving his soul to him. We thought this was going to lead to a big impactful storyline. Cody of course said no, but then this would lead to John Cena turning heel. It would cause such a big wavelength across the board with wrestling fans and across the world, as this has been something that we've been asking for over 2 decades. John Cena had sold his soul to The Rock and has aligned himself with the final boss and Travis Scott for some reason. But now we await the reasoning that happened on Monday Night Raw. He came out and had over 8,000 passionate fans booing and chanting Cena sucks. The energy was electric. The heat was magnifying. You've never seen someone get booed so loudly since Roman Reigns after he beat The Undertaker or just any Dominic Mysterio promo. And then John Cena cut the promo and I had some thoughts. So in short, Cena gave his reasoning that he turned on the fans because of the many years of constantly booing him, which is a fair reason and something that I mentioned that John Cena should do in the video that I made. Watch it, it's so good. But here's the problem in this promo, just like majority of Cena's promos nowadays. They're just awful. Like, really awful. And I say this because of one thing. John Cena doesn't talk like a man who's been in emotional pain after all the hate he's received from the fans for over a decade. He just sounds like a silly, overdramatic Disney villain. What do I mean by that? Just don't watch any John Cena promo nowadays compared to any old promo for him where he's calm, energetic, and casual. But here, he's in an overly deep, angry, overdramatic voice and talks like a villain who's in theater. I will ruin wrestling. I hate all of you fans. I will be champion for as long as I am alive. Like, are we serious, bro? It's like he's not taking his performance seriously. It's like he's trying to play as a bad guy for a kid's birthday party. Who speaks like that? Seriously, who speaks in such a robotic tone? And that's the kind of reason that draws me back from these promos. Wrestling is supposed to feel real. It's supposed to make you feel like these wrestlers aren't just playing characters. They make promos to help you understand who they are as a person. Quote, in character. But it feels like John Cena is just playing this cartoony villain instead of just being this justified, upset individual that just couldn't handle the emotional abuse that he's gone for most of his career. Oh, and also another thing, big gap that hasn't been mentioned. It's been 3 months and he has yet to explain as to why he sold his soul to The Rock. That was the whole point in his heel turn. He was the reason that caused all this to happen. The Rock lured John Cena to the dark side, and now The Rock is just nowhere to be seen for some reason. And trust me, I'll explain why that's terrible after I get into this match later. Cena's best work so far, I will say, will just come from his program with Cody Rhodes, and that's mostly because it's just Cody Rhodes. We lived through a time where John Cena confronted and destroyed WWE's new pet projects with Roman Reigns to Austin Theory, but what makes it special with Cody is that he has experience and knows what he's doing. Cody is just one of my favorites on the mic because it just feels like he's just being himself. Any program he's in, good or bad, you can just cut a passionate promo that makes you feel like his matches are more personal than ever. Cody would express how John Cena was his childhood hero and he can't believe Cena is the way that he is, and he just wants to face the version of Cena that he admired for over a decade. But while Cena did hang on his own for a bit, saying things like Cody is just a cheap copy of him, how Cena is not going to beat him, he's going to bury him. But again, what draws back is that stupid freaking voice. face. Cody makes these feuds feel real, while Cena makes it feel like this is just fake entertainment, which it is, but wrestling is all about believing in the magic and believing that these characters could be a real figment of who they are as actual people. And then we get to the match. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the WWE Champion at WrestleMania. Cena came out to no special entrance, which I thought was pretty cool, and Cody just came out to the most American thing to have ever American. They wrestled a solid match with John Cena doing his infamous tactic called calling spots out loud so that the cameras and crowd could freaking hear him. Then Travis Scott came out and took like 8,000 years to get to the ring. Cody then took Travis out. Then Cena tried to cheat, but Cody took the title and stopped it from happening and was about to take Cena out, but Cody just became a dumb babyface because Cena pleaded with Cody to not hit him, and Cody did not hit him. And then you want to know what happened? Cena freaking low-blowed him. Dude, Kevin Owens is your friend and betrayed you, and look how you took him out. This match single-handedly made Cody Rhodes look like an idiot and derailed his character. A belt shot was given to Cody as well, and John Cena beats Cody Rhodes to become a 17-time world champion in the laziest written match possible. This was a spin in the face to the fans, and especially was a spin in the face to Cody. It worked so hard in making his title reign work and carrying the company as he could to fill in the boots of Roman Reigns. And before you come up with the excuse, oh, the whole point is that you're supposed to ruin wrestling. So you want this as a viewer to be fed, quote, purposeful garbage on John Cena's retirement tour. Think of that for a moment. Many of you now have probably watched John Cena growing up and known about the legacy that he created, the work he has done for the WWE, so why would we pay his career back with purposeful garbage? We should not accept that John Cena is wasting his run, teaming with Travis Scott, making cartoonish villain noises that he's in a kid show, and having these really poorly booked matches. Even though The Rock was dissing news reporters for trying to claim that he was never going to WrestleMania, pretending that he was going to make it to WrestleMania, only to find out that he was never going to show up at all. The guy that put all the strings together to have this feud happen was nowhere to be seen on the show that he screwed up. And you want to know what's the cherry on top of all of this? This heel turn was only done so that Elimination Chamber could sell tickets. That's right, folks. You hear that correctly. Because on the Pat McAfee show, The Rock came out to spill the whole tea. He had the decency to show up on a podcast, but not to frickin' WrestleMania of all places. And revealed that even though he was acting like Cena's heel turn was planned in advance, he literally just admits, no, it wasn't, because The Rock just got a call from TKO begging that he makes an idea to drive some tickets for Elimination Chamber. So Rock made the whole stealing your soul gimmick as a way to advertise the show, and was never going to really drive the story further after the show. And that whole stealing soul thing was to lead Cody Rhodes to turn heel for some stupid reason. You don't waste over a decade of trying to find the next John Cena just to turn him heel right after. So Triple H made the suggestion for Cena to turn heel, to which they all agreed. So then The Rock, who had the audacity in making this big story, didn't involve himself in the Cody Cena story because he felt, in quote, the final boss just did his job. He felt he wasn't needed in the feud. What? The final boss did his job? What job? To make WrestleMania look ass? What are you talking about, Mr. Sir? So in your logic, the final boss, aka the man in kayfabe who's responsible for all of this, didn't need to show up for the match, but yet having Travis Scott was? Why is Travis there? Oh, mainstream attention? Bro, I've seen my feed. No one, and I mean no one, talks about Travis Scott being in WWE. WWE wasting big bucks on a guy that's just there to be there. And it's wasting the great potential of what Cena's retirement tour could have been. We could have seen Cena go on an underdog run, trying to fight his way in his retirement tour, trying to be a world champion for failing to do so up until he finds a way to get back up and win the world champion match against Gunther, being the man to dethrone the champion. But then they just gave the story to Jey Uso, which is just and as of this recording now, last night had WWE produced Saturday night's main event, which featured John Cena interfering in a match between Logan Paul and Jey Uso. what a matchup. And with Cody Rhodes returning to save the day, it's been announced that it's going to be Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. We are wasting a John Cena retirement tour for this? What are we doing? Cena was having 5-star banger matches with AJ Styles and CM Punk in the same event. And for his last Money in the Bank match appearance, he's going to team with Logan Paul? Triple H! What are we doing? So whose fault is it really? Is it TKO's fault? The Rock's fault? Triple H's fault? Cena's fault? It's all of them. Without TKO begging for The Rock to do something to boost ticket sales, we wouldn't even be in this situation right now. The Rock, because he was too dense to build a story around him, while also not involving himself in a story that needed him the most. Triple H, because he's the head of creative, but he organizes John Cena to cut promos like this. And John Cena too, because yes, even though everything was last minute and not up to him really, Cena always knows how to turn everything into gold. But here, you could just feel there's no care in feeling like he's a real character. It just feels like a guy who's just ready to do theater. And it hurts me to say it's because I'm a big John Cena fan. But that's all for me. What do you guys think? Are you just as impressed as me seeing this happen? Follow on my socials. I make a video every single week. Subscribe now. Let's get to 30 subs. Bye-bye.